Welcome, everyone, to the Plains in Jordan-Hare Stadium, home of the Auburn Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Buffalo Bulls, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Here's the return from inside his 10. He gets a block. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Bulls offense will take the first swing of the game. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you're risking running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways, but this guy is very dangerous.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. To the ground with the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Getting some heat. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? I mean, communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Tigers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up. So you can't tiptoe. You got to be aggressive and run in there. But this is a pretty interesting matchup today.
And I love safeties that make receivers think. Make them know they're going to be there over the middle of the field, and you better think twice about catching that football.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make the big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop him.
I like to go back to it and hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Back to throw, it's Moss. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. And the returner goes down. Buffalo has it back, but see what the Bulls offense can do. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Got his man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, now on second down. The give out of the gun. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Bulls looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
They try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Bulls! I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
It's complete. And he'll... Down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo. The pull and throw off the RPO. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. He'll ride his man on the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. The Tigers are marching down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. The Tigers pick up the first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back, knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter and Buffalo is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll take it himself. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Just drives it between the uprights. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Quickly to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Here's the handoff. Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buffalo! The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Moss. Got it set up on the outside. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They want to run it left here. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They're trying to get to it. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Using his feet to buy time. He'll let it go down the right side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
Well, I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Trotter. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buffalo! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Trying play action. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Jones. It's a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw. It's Moss. Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. The 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Buffalo. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
On second down, wants to throw it. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking for the score. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Buffalo, 35, Auburn, 3.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Slings it downfield. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple.
Running toward the tape. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He'll set up to throw. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Moving out of the pocket. finished the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Wants to return it. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Running to the left. Hard running there. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the Plains.
And the Bulls will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
A 3rd and long coming up here. It's a draw. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Got a man. It's Stewart. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd down.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires on the move. Little too much juice on that one from the junior. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. It is good! And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Buffalo! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W.
Off the play fake on first down to throw.
It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Moss. Looking for a big play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He's got great speed. Coverage team was down there to corral it, and they made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Line gets set, 1st down. They go to the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it down. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Out of bounds after 44. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
They'll give it to the back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down. The Bulls are on the move.
And 1st down for the offense.
From the gun, the running back has it. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Bringing it back. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They're testing the right side here. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Scanning the field, it's Moss. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Buffalo is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a tight end. At the 45, on his way. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stewart. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. They keep attacking through the air. Using the quick game. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They'll try the run. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. To the ground to try to move the chains. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll go to the ground. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Touch pass on the right. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And the Bulls have their offense in high gear.
First down.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Second down coming up. From the gun. Give on the inside. The Bulls get enough for the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Handoff to the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats or what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one third and long. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And while they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Just complete and utter